Hello everyone, it's Matt here, and unfortunately I'm going to have to start June's vlog with an apology to the train builders of Europe by saying that unfortunately I've been buying all the train parts, that's why there's a lot less of them, and it's my fault. And the reason why there's a lot less of them is because I've been buying them to do the trains with. So Lego has stopped selling the train wheels. So I've got enough for another 4 vehicles. I've actually worked it out. So there are 4 quantities of 8 in here. So obviously you need 4 per bogie, and you've got 2 bogies, so 8 wheels in total. So there's 3 little packs like this, and then there's 8 just loose on the tray. So I have enough to do the next 4 vehicles, but I've got no axles because I've ordered some axles from Brick Tracks. I've got enough bearings, but I probably need to order more bearings. So it's a cycle. So yeah, I've ordered 99 train wheels from somebody in Hungary. So Peter, if you're reading this or watching this, I should say, you know, it's me. And the other one is that one of the sellers in the UK is now going to be extremely short of the magnet part of the old 9-volt coupler. So just the magnet part between my fingers, not the actual sort of housing bit in my right hand. So the little magnet part that's spinning around is what I bought 16 of. That's £1 a go. It must be said, so £16 worth of magnets gets you 16 magnets. It's not £16. Buying magnets gets you, I don't know, 17, 18, something like that. It literally is £1 a magnet, so £1. Tiny little piece. Needs must though. You know, they're not making them anymore. The only alternative is to buy the full train buffer and just go to the buffer section. So that's the apology. I'm now going to get changed into something a bit more comfortable, and we can continue the vlog from there. That's better, doing a nice t-shirt again. So of the points of the vlog, I kind of said in the Brick Model Road a freight car update that I hadn't made much progress, which is kind of true. I've not made much in the way of progress. I've done little bits and pieces, maybe ordered a few bits and pieces I needed, and obviously I've done the size for the gondolas, but I've not made anything beyond that really. So I've kind of done a bit of organisation. Obviously, one of the other points I should point out is that I've run out of these Brick Tracks axles. So I've got another 100 on order. I've got the 99 wheels on order. So that'll be useful. I've got 16 magnets on order, I think it is. 16. So I can actually, connect up the train cars once I've built them. And other than that, it's just been a case of, need parts. Obviously, there's been some Bricklink orders arriving. Some have already arrived, some are on their way. One of the other things that's arrived that's not Lego is actually a book. This is Modelling the Transition Era by Tony Custer. It's a model railroader book. So if you're familiar with model railroading, you'll be aware that there's a magazine called Model Railroader, and it's one of their books, and it's going to be joining some of the many others. Now this little section here, from there to there, is all just Model Railroader books. So in it goes. So nice little addition to the library with that one. I've not read too much of it, but what I've seen is really good. Other than that, other updates. The Brickliner. Now this is something which hasn't been mentioned a lot lately, but the Brickliner has got a bit of a mini update. Once upon a time, in one of my reasonably recent videos, I said something about the fact that the passenger cars are slightly undersized, so it's something that needed to be fixed. And so here is an updated body for one of the open passenger cars. Now this is a like standard class, and this is, if you like, the business class or first class. So as you can see, there's a lot more room in the interior. Obviously, this is more of a dining coach, I think it is. Obviously, there's a lot more room now. There's an extension of about 12 studs to the main body. So this is the longer body is now representing a 75-foot car compared to the smaller one. I'm not actually sure how long this is actually supposed to represent, but it's an awful lot shorter, and it's not. I mean, it's even shorter than the commuter coaches, which are at 65 foot, and 65 foot is reasonably short. So this is 75 foot, so it's a total of 10 foot taller or longer, I should say, than the commuter coaches. So there is a bit of a difference. It's a bit beefier in terms of length. It's still got that nice roof line. I've not changed anything really except for the length. And the length is meant to change in body, meant to change in the underframe as well. I've had to change this completely around from how it was before, add some new parts. The difference in parts is not actually that great. It's only about 48, and you're losing 7 of them just in the central beam here as well, because the central beam takes up quite a lot of parts in and of itself. The other additions to note, there's an extra 2 window spaces per side, so we've got some more capacity in that sort of sense. The window pillars themselves, so the pillars between the window sets, are now 2 studs wide instead of just 1. So every single one is 2 studs wide, which gives into that more sort of style of having it's sort of like a structural thing to have that sort of thing in. You probably wouldn't need all that, so you could possibly thin it down, but the trouble is you've got like 1 here, so you've got 1 at the end, another 1 here for the door frame, and then you got windows, and then you got 2, then you got 2, then you got 2, and then obviously you got your end bit here. But obviously if you're looking at this side, you know it's sort of like 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1. So it's, and then obviously you've got your extra 1 beyond the door, so it's reasonably balanced in terms of that sort of design aesthetic. Obviously this side is not the complete one, there's a little bit here, but the changing of it has meant that I've been able to eliminate some of the odd pieces like the 1x3 bricks in blue, so it's standardised really on 1x6s, 1x8s, and occasionally a 1x4, so that's helped as well. Obviously the top's a bit different. The top as well has been expanded, so it's mostly just 1x8 bricks now, except for like one end which is 1x6. That's just the nature of the maths of the extension more than anything else. So obviously, yeah, there's a lot to do with the interior. Obviously you can fit a lot more in here now, so I'll be quite entertained to see how much I can take this, because obviously as a dining coach I can move things about a bit more. Now that I've got the room, I can actually expand out the seating, maybe fit a few more tables in, fit better tables in and better positioning, so there's actually some room for the minifigs to move their seats back and forward, because obviously the issue is that like here for example, there's very little room for the minifigs to actually move their seats about, so I can actually make those changes now, where there's actually some room between the seats. So again, takes a little hit in capacity, but then I create so much more capacity because the train's just so much bigger anyway. So I'm still keeping the original configuration of the mail baggage car, which again will get in some form of extension, probably not as much, but that'll be an extension, maybe to 60 foot if it's not 60 foot already. Maybe 65 to match the suburban coaches. So obviously you got your baggage RPO, which is all the way over here. Then you've obviously got your standard seating, of which there are 2. Then you've got your standard dining, I believe it is. Then you obviously got your kitchen car, then you got your first class dining, and then you've got your first or business class observation. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to rebuild the first class and standard class dining coaches, get those updated, if you like, and out of the way, because obviously they're the easier ones to do, because obviously I've got them built. You know, you can't really see them, but you know the ones here are the recliner coaches, so I can get those rebuilt first. Then I can do the you know, the observation car. Then I'll probably have a look at the baggage car, and then you know deal with the others as needed, because the kitchen car hasn't had any changes since the last time it was viewed on video, I should say. So you know there's a bit of a change around that. Other than that, there's not been much in the way of changes I can really discuss. So I'm actually going to finish off with a bit of gaming news, because obviously today, which is the 6th of June, has been the launch of a Metro game. So not Metro as in, you know, something like that. It's actually been the launch of, and I will find this out, Overcrowd. So Overcrowd has launched. Overcrowd is, well, the whole title is Overcrowd, a commute 'em up. But essentially it's like a London Underground station management thing in isometric 3D. So it looks really cool. I'd love to get a copy and play a bit of it and share it with you. So I'll possibly do that this weekend. Obviously it depends on what I can do. I want to get some other bits and pieces done. Now I've got some flex I want to get the other gondola I've got built. Want to do the brake rigging on that, and do a few other bits and pieces. But that's it for Overcrowd. There's also the Washington DLC release for American Truck Simulator, which I'm not sure I'll be getting that on launch. I'll probably be playing ATS around the time it launches, just so to can re-familiarise myself with it. But other than that, you know, there's not much in the way of gaming news I can really have got to discuss. The Room 3, for those of you that are into their puzzle games and, you know, item and clue finding ones, I've played in the entirety of the Room 3. There's no point doing game footage because it's been out a while. And even if you're not played, even if you've not played the tablet version and you play the PC version, they're broadly similar, just with maybe updated graphics and maybe a different couple of bonus endings. I think it is that's the difference. So yeah, that's it for the vlog from June. I was about to say May then. So that's it. I don't really think there is anything to say in terms of events. I think there is supposed to be a Brick Central meet soon, so remember to check the Facebook page. And other than that, enjoy your day, and I'll see you in a video soon.